In order for you to be a leader, you need to have people that are prepared to follow. And the fact of the matter is, you can be a fantastic leader, but because you have feminist propaganda, it is impossible for men to lead. Women demanded equality.
I agree.
You got it. You can't lead someone who wants to mutiny and who is not prepared to follow. Here's the thing, a lot of women want leadership and they're biologically and evolutionarily attracted to leadership traits in men. Decisive, dominant, masculine, leader. However, these same women do not want to follow.
Guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Aki. If you're new, welcome to the channel. I'm just reacting to this particular audio from the Whatever podcast. So he was having a conversation and he's saying that, men are biologically wired to lead, and also women are biologically wired to follow. Women, more than being biologically wired to follow, are biologically wired to be attracted to a dominant, masculine, leading, man. And this is evolution. And that's what he's saying, which is true. The largest extent, that is what it is. Any faction of group of women would always be drawn to a masculine, dominant man. And masculine doesn't mean you are toxic. Masculine doesn't mean that you are preaching a propaganda against women. Masculine just means that you are in your man. You're a man. You are functioning by that. You're not compromising on that. You are in acknowledgement of who you are and what God has created you to do and the impact you need to create in the world and how you expect your woman to be with you, how you're going to show love, living and walking in the principles of a man. That's what it means to be a masculine man, to be masculine. And if you look at it carefully, even with animals, it's the same thing. The females are drawn to the man who is looking after themselves, who is more dominant, who won the battle because he is showing traits of a man. I don't think there's any woman who is in her feminine who wants to be with another man who is more in his feminine. You have to keep in mind that as a man, you have a little bit of your, you have a little bit of femininity in you. As a woman, you have a little bit of masculinity in you. But there are some people who theirs become more dominant. Some men, their feminine side overshadows their masculine side. And that's where there becomes a little bit of issue, which we don't want to talk about here. But there are some women who their masculine side dominates their feminine. That's where there's also an issue. But the woman who is actually in her feminine, and the vast majority of women they just show a little bit of resistance or a little bit of that masculine side because they feel like maybe they are being oppressed or a man is talking down on them or a lot of things. There's a lot of factors that, or it's a response thing or it's a trauma thing, a childhood thing. It could be a lot of factors that actually is making a woman show you such sort of like pushbacks or often like, standing against you to a high degree. It stems from a lot of factors. But what this clip is literally saying is that a woman would always be drawn to that masculine man. The challenge is they want to be led, but they're not willing to follow. It's such an irony. That's exactly what it's so strange how a woman would want you to lead, but they're not following you. Some women think that you have to prove you're a leader. And then even when you prove it, some of them will still not give you the following. So there's a position of a leader and there's a position of a follower. A follower still has duties. A follower is not sheepish. A lot of people don't understand that. A follower is not somebody who is just, how do I put it? A follower is not just there and being dumb. And anything the man says, okay. Yeah, as long as you are the leader. You are the leader. I leave everything to you. No, that's not the function of a follower. A follower is somebody who is, in the support of a leader, who is in sync with a leader. That's what a follower is. A follower can become a leader too. But a lot of women find it hard to actually follow, but they are looking for a man that will lead. There's a place of following. I don't know how to explain it. There's a place of following. And you have to be in that space to be able to follow. So there's no leadership without followership. There's no followership without leadership. They work hand in hand. A leader must have followers. If there's a leader, there has to be a follower. So if you're not willing to be in the position of following, then you won't get the leader out of your man. It's that simple. If a woman is not in the position, it doesn't put herself in a position of followership. I want to honor my husband. I want to honor my partner by following him. I want to honor my partner by supporting him. I want to honor my partner by listening to his views and adopting them and, working with them. At least let's try the ways of him. If a woman does not walk in the knowledge of followership, then a leader will not emerge. If you look back from history, there's been a need for a leader. Why was there ever a need for a leader? Because there were a lot of people who were followers. Countries need leaders. Empires need leaders. Rulers, whatever you want to call them. States need leaders. Jurisdictions, everywhere, we all need leaders, whether it's a figurehead like King Charles. We all need leaders. We all need somebody who we look up to, who we at least, who represents us. That's the word. We all need somebody who is the person who, is the figurehead who directs the path for our relationship or whatever it is. Doesn't mean that the people don't have a voice. Doesn't mean that other people don't have a voice, or even the people put the leader in leadership. That's deep. Now that you think of it, you as a woman will make your man a leader. The followers will make the leader. When people need somebody to lead them, then they will vote. They will choose the person who will lead them. And it's that simple. A man can, make all his advances and all that to a woman, but unless she accepts and says, yes, a man proposes, unless she accepts and says, yes, I want to marry you, then you won't be able to marry her. You won't be able, if she says no, you're not going to force her to marry you. It's that simple. I'm going to speak on this though, but because I won't support any man to go proposing to a woman you're not 100% sure she will say yes to you. Don't try it. But that's not what we're talking about here. The woman makes the leader out of the man. Obviously, you come in as a man prepared. You come in as a man, you come in prepared. You come in prepared. You know the direction, the path of your relationship. And that's what you will stand by. But with time, if that woman is not submitting to the leadership of you, you will not be the best leader. The leadership in you will not come out because there's no one to lead. It's that simple. Like there's nothing to lead. If your partner is not in it, there's nothing to lead. You can't do anything about it. If you look at the setting of marriage from the Bible, it said something. He said, husbands, love your wife. So when the Bible says this, it knows that women need love from their man. I was saying this the other day. Women need love. What they need from you is love. And if a man actually loves you, then that's a win. That's a huge win. If a man loves you. And he said, wives, submit to your husbands. What does submission mean? Submission is a sort of followership though. It's a sort of followership. Submission is a synonym of followership. Yes. When you're following somebody, you're submitting to them, to their leadership, to their rule. And that's exactly what the Bible is commanding you to do. But as a woman, if you are not in the space to follow, you won't get the leader from your man. You won't get the best of that man. You won't see the best of him at all. If you continue to, everything, there's a pushback, there's issue, there's quarrel, you won't get the best of that man. Guys, this is all I have for you. My name is Ike. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Go ahead, subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.